Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. The return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Chiefs, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with ETN. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, and they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, a run with ETN. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead, ETN. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he lost the football. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, ETN once more. And some room to run now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Another tote for ETN. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll run here with ETN, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run. It's ETN. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I'm ready. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to pull the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Butker's kick here is good. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Etienne up the middle. And some room to work. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after here coming up. And the lead now, 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8.
And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff for Etienne. 141 yards rush.